Warm greetings to Ndejje fraternity and all people watching us out all over the country, Uganda. My name is Walugembe Arnold, the Guild President of Ndejje University, elected into power 13th May and sworn in on 20th May. There is too much that is happening, and today I'm here to talk as plainly as possible to the Ndejje fraternity. I highly welcome all the students back and respect that the semester began on 1st August. Highly welcome you from all your internship programs. All those that had their internships, we highly welcome you back for this semester. Feel pity for those that have lost the beloved ones, and we pray to the Almighty that may their souls rest in peace and be comforted together as one. There is too much that Ndejje fraternity should expect from a president and his guild body. One of them is the responsibility for safety and the welfare of the students and the Ndejje at large. As a guild body of Ndejje University 2022-2023, there is too much that we have come up with. There is too much that we have too much that we have for you as in 2022-2023, and for this semester particularly, as we had our main core points of unity, transparency, accountability. We are back to put that into action and take it away from the words and the promises that we gave you as we are campaigning. For the first time, we have had a challenge, that is, ever since we dropped back for this semester. We had a challenge as the body, that is first of the increase of the tuition, that we as the students' body were not well conversant about, I would say first of all. But as a humanitarian, you might think that all institutions, and according to the prices of the economy, have heightened. The institution would at least have given us a small sum of the tuition, but it was to our surprise that it was a 200, and as the guild body, as a matter of fact, it was unity and transparency that we are up to. I'll be here, I'll be together with you. I request for cooperation as we find out what is taking place, what the administration is giving us for accountability of the 200,000. It is a big issue that is alarming to the students of Ndejje University, despite the economic welfare that even our parents or guardians are facing. But we are together with you, together as one body, together as the soul, as we promised even before, and we be sure of results. I also take this opportunity to engage you into the activities that we expect to happen during our term of service for the first semester. First of all, I'll remind you of the activities of the university games that we are going to have in December. We highly request you for cooperation. We highly call upon you to be with us. There might be a little inconveniences, but we will request to bear with us, regardless of the situation that is happening in Ndejje University. We as the guild body of Ndejje University, we are willing to work hand in hand with the students of any ups and downs that we expect or we might have during our course of study, and we are up to good service delivery to the students as before, because we ought to pay too much to these services. Education, as one of the key points as to why we are in Ndejje University, is one of our main subjects as to why we should get good services. All in all, good welfare that is feeding to the resident students, good security to the non-residents, and maintenance of the services to all campuses, that is main campus and Kampala campus. We expect heavy cooperation with the administration, together as the board, together as one, and as a bridge between the students and the administration. Expect us to come up with all new things, initiatives for different categories, of to why the administration is coming up with something different, and what the students need, we shall have that voice to the administration. And we, as it is a new initiative, and it is not like the normal conversions as before, we are up to different things. We are up to student inclusiveness, that we've had previously. That is, we've always hustled for students inclusiveness and prayed for it, but at least we have something that we have come up where students, for example, at main campus have been included in the autonomy block construction. We expect too much even for the other courses, other business courses, the art students, the engineers expect that we are up to for good service delivery, because Ndejje is one of the best in news that is known countrywide, and we ought to give what the country knows to the students of Ndejje University, despite the ups and downs. Concerns are very high about the 200 tuition increment, but a matter of fact that I wasn't I didn't attend, or I wasn't invited for the meeting that took the discussion and the conclusions happened about the 200, because most of the institutions have increased around 50, a range of 50 to 100. At least we would bargain to as why they are increasing to us 200,000. But mindful that Ndejje University is a private institution and we are clients to it, we are currently advocating for reasons as to why this is happening, or as to why we had the 200 increase in tuition. But to tell you the fact is that students are also concerned, because they know the guild president sits on the council committees. He's supposed to air out voices about only to the students' side, but I wasn't among the body. But it is not that we are not up to it. We are not talking about it. We are pushing on, and results are yet to come up. We are going to give you good information as to why the institution, maybe the institution has good reasons why they didn't call us and they didn't involve us in this discussion. Then that is what we are finding out, is it just because of the economic situation that they are increasing the 200, that even after it is going to get back to normal? I will keep you updated. Situation is high because for a matter of fact, even when the tuition that was increased is maybe reduced to 100,000, and for those that have paid it, that money can be pushed to next semesters as more payment for the next semesters as account balances. But keep also in mind that it is a private institution and we are clients, but we are going to fight hard, and where we'll have ups and downs, probably we'll ask for your involvement as the students' body. We've currently been in office for 2 months, because I got into power in May. I've been in power in June, July, and this is August that we are reporting back for the first semester. So currently it has been hard for us because we are also students. We've been under internship programs, but we've also had achievements during that time. That is, as the last semester was ending or concluding, as we had just got into power, elected, we requested for student inclusiveness. That was one of our main key points as Ndejje University, because Ndejje is one of the universities that is known for practical work, and we have students that are involved now under the anatomy block construction. That is for the health science students. We have civil students that are under that construction. And our hopes are high that as constructions go on, we will have electrical students, mechanical students involved into it. And the other achievement is that we are giving Ndejje University different looks on preparation of the East African Games. And I'll promise you that expect too much. We are coming up with new renovations of halls where we expect our visitors to reside. We are coming up with renovations on network, renovations on our roads in Ndejje University, and that is all up to the push that we've been on as the guild body in Ndejje University. Expect too much in education, because that was one of our core points, though we've not yet got into action, we've just started the semester, but expect that we are going to have good service delivery on education as our matter. As the guild body, as the president, personally, I've had some quite good challenges. That is, we expected the administration to be together with us, the student leaders. We expected to bridge a gap between the administration and the students. We are currently on to the students probably, and the students expect too much from us. But we feel there is still some gap between the students' body and administration that we are yet to bridge up. The other challenge could be that we are having this pies probably because of maybe how we look and how we take on things, but maybe just because it is a new body and we've not had the administration interacting with what we expect, with what we want, so we've not had that good connection between the administration and the guild body. That is our main challenge right now. The main point of that gap between the students' body, the students' leader body and administration is communication, because we have different offices and these offices find it, let us say, hard to communicate to the student leaders. But it is also a matter of thought or food for thought that because we are new in cabinet and probably these people don't know who to communicate to and who to deliver to which information, but it is not let's say a point, because now they know the guild leaders at least to a 5%, at least that would be good communication to them. But we are going to push hard. We are going to make ourselves available to the administration so that they don't have that reason of not communicating to us, because the students require communication to them, as that is the reason why they put us into power. I owe a big debt for all those that came before me, that is the leaders that were here before me. I really don't know what strategies they used before, what they had in action for us not having good accountability for our funds. But as a new guild body, every body has a strategy on to how they are going to handle their situations. And for the matter of fact of accountability, we are on to trace, first of all, inform students of what they pay for. You find even the students in the students' fraternity, they even don't know how much every part of their money is accounted for. At least if we could first sensitize the students of what their money means, what they have to have as services, we can have more pressure or requests to the guild body and have it extended to the administration. We have had administrations, because I've been a student before I became a student leader, and I had the same questions, but it is now my time to answer that question to the students. Accountability, I'll give you examples that even it is not happening to the journalists only, it is not happening to the engineers only, because we pay for very many services. It is not happening to the art students or the teachers. We all suffer a problem of accountability, where everyone doesn't know what, first of all, we are supposed to have, that is it, and who is supposed to deliver to us. Welfare, safety, security, all are not under good accountability. But we are going to push hard. We are going to be hand in hand with the administration, requesting for what we are supposed to have, requesting for good service delivery. And I assure you of that as the guild president and the body of 2022-2023. As Ndejje University, some of the challenges that we are facing is that accountability is kept to a side of where no one is answerable for what services we are supposed to have or what a student is supposed to have. So in a matter of community hour, we are going to have administrators back to us. We are going to have administrators interacting to the students direct, because we really need these answers. You find, as you're asking for this, we as the students leaders, our main target is to have services delivered to the students, but we are not the ones that hold that money. So for us, we are not the ones that allocate that money. So at least it would be a good question to the administrator. For example, the people that sit in the finance offices, of how they advocate or account for our money. For example, the engineers that pay for 4 million. At least a student, if he stands up and is like, I pay for this activity or service and I am not getting it, at least the administrators can answer why we are not getting such a service. So community hour is going to be a good thing. Expect it, and I request you as students and the students fraternity all to be at par with us, the students body. When we call upon you, come give in your advice, give in your say about the students leaders, because accountability and transparency were our main core values. I will highly appreciate the exam coordinators of the initiative that they have taken during the June and July break, for semester break that we've had. And we've had the students, we've had the exam coordinators that fill in those marks to having, passing on communication during that break of students handing in their complaints, transferring their complaints to the offices so that they can be worked upon. And I can tell you that ever since I stepped into office in May, we've had numbers decreasing of missing marks. Our other initiative in our education reports that we've submitted is that we can have at least a coordinator or an assistant in that office, because currently, because of the labor, we have one exam coordinator. He stresses, he has 2 campuses to handle, and that was one of the reasons that we thought that we are not having good services for marks allocation on our ODEL or online platforms. We are going to request to we are going to request this very strongly to the administration, that we can have someone very active in offices so that we keep these offices open, because complaints can't stop and students can't stop requesting. Every day one comes up with something different. So I request that if there is someone that we can reach to, even in the absence of the big man in the office, at least that can be catered for, and we have decrease in the number of missing marks. The issue of fines, it is constitutional to the Ndejje University fraternity, but I will first bring to your concern about what it really says. Ndejje University only fines a student for late registration. First of all, students didn't know about this issue, and late registration has been happening for the first month. At the end of each first month, for a student who has not registered, that is 60%, and this fine comes on increasing for every month. That is, every month you miss, you're given a fine of 50,000. But due to the economic situation that is currently alarming, our talks are high with the administration that at least, yes, it is a private institution and their only source of income is tuition, but currently we have tuition increment. That is first of all, and we are requesting that if this fine can be put to hold, because as we also promised the students that we are going to work upon this issue, this fine could be put to hold, because it was done before. We've had, that is 2020-2021, we had this fine put to hold because of the economic situation under the COVID-19 pandemic. I think this is also another situation under the economic situation that we would request this fine is put to hold, because currently guardians and parents are hustling too much for for our funds. I'll keep you updated about what the final say about this fine is, and expect good information at least for that thing. When we had just got into power, that was the end of last semester, we had our initiatives to the students that had problems in completing tuition, and at least it came to good notice, if you had it, that we had students doing exams even at 60% payment of tuition. That means that the administration was a little lenient on tuition payment last semester. But the university has a tuition policy that we will not skip or put aside, that if a student fails to complete his tuition dues and is really down to the wall, because we, as the guild body, we can't say that we are going to pay for every student. There are very many students that go under the same economic situation or under the same burden of tuition payment. But the tuition policy says that if there is a student that has failed to complete his dues in time or on time, even before or he starts exams, there is allowance that is given or space that is given for him to request for a dead semester. It is not good to a student to hear about a dead semester, but it is saving, because when you request for it, funds are first kept for and accounted for the next semester. Students don't know about this policy because they find problems in paying tuition, and they just keep quiet or keep hopes high, yet there is no hope. I will keep on pushing for all those that expect payments as the semester moves on. But I request for at least cooperation on payment also, because remember, it is a private institution that we also don't need to overpress to the wall. Please endeavor to give it something, because it runs on funds. The students' fraternity of Ndejje University and the country at large, all those that have been watching us and have given us their time for this show, we highly recommend you to keep watching Ndejje University. That is first of all. And there is too much that we are coming up. Please keep tuned to Ndejje University. We will keep updating on every economic situation. We will keep you updated every Friday on our presidential address, and the students get to know what is happening, because this was our main goal on accountability, transparency, and unity as the guild body and the students. We are here to serve you as the students' body. Expect too much from the 2022-2023 guild body. Expect cooperation, and as the guild body, we expect you to be together with us. Please, when we call upon the students, don't stand still, because we need the students to cooperate with you. I told you even before that without the students, we have no results, because we've had different strategies from different leaders that have used their strategies and they have not given us results. We are here with something different. We request for your cooperation as the students body of Ndejje University. Thank you very much.